Oh, look at that. Okay, I need to go tell. Okay, we got. Okay. All right. Just in case I happen to get any viewers, I don't anticipate it, but should I get any viewers, I am doing this because I have a customer who is having trouble with his Zeus X and he needs help rewicking it. I happen to have recommended the Zeus X to him and I love mine, so I don't know why he's having any issues. Um, Oh, maybe I should have walked my dog before we did this. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? No? Okay. Okay. So, no views yet. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Let's see. And he hasn't even seen it yet. All right. So I guess I can just start getting set up. Um, I was trying to figure out how to do this like over video chat, but I couldn't figure out how to get my phone like at the right angle to do it. So I was like, maybe I could just go live and you could just come there. And he was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I would say that be promoting this, but this is the only build mat I have, and GSFA does not actually exist anymore. So, yeah, here we go. All right. Get some of my other tools that I might need for this. You need scissors. You need tweezers. You need cotton. Ooh, where's my cotton? I might need that. Probably not, but maybe. Let's see what else. Oh, I like these tweezers better. Ah, cotton. We have cotton. Oh, look, I have a viewer. Is that you, Sentaur? It looks like it's got a lot of lag. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, how did I do that? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Holy crap, 31, 32. Wow, okay. So that is a huge lag. I'm not sure how to fix that. I have not done this in a really long time, so I'm not really sure how to fix that kind of lag. But Sentaur, if that's you in the audience, please say hi. If it's not you, oh, cool, it is you. Okay. All right. So it looks like we have a really, really, really long lag, and I'm not sure how to fix that because I haven't done this in a while, and I don't remember all the little tricks of the trade and the it's a newer layout on the software and whatnot, so I don't know how to do that, but we'll try to make it work. You'll need paper towels, probably more than one. You're going to need some cotton. This is the Muji cotton, Japanese cotton. I've got a flathead screwdriver, which I don't think I'm going to need, scissors, and a variety of tweezers that I like to use. All right, so here is my Zeus X. I am actually going to dump out the juice that's in here. You know what? I'm going to take a vape real quick before I do that. You already made your coils to save time? Cool, cool, cool. Oh, and I also need to turn it to live chat. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to dump out this juice that's in here. And here's some other things too I want to make sure that you're paying attention to is there is a ring, a washer that's right in here. And I mean, I don't really know if you can see it. You can sort of see it on the camera, but it's right in there. And it will sometimes get stuck on the rim of the glass here. And if that happens and you don't notice it and you go to like rinse it and you lose it, that could be a problem. Okay, so let's see, we were dumping the juice. Here we go. So I'm just going to dump that out. My juice is actually not that dark. It's actually pretty, that's why I know I need to change my wicks because my juice is getting very dark in the tank. And I've noticed this too. This is like a thing with the with this new product, the Nixamide. It does tend to go dark faster. It's interesting. I need to change my wicks out more often than I did with the traditional vaping bots. All right, Q-tips. Yours is in the right place. Good. Q-tips is also another good thing to have for cleaning. So I'm just going to clean out the chimney in there. That's kind of gross. Yuck. Yucky, 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 yucky. All right, so this inner chimney can come out. Like if you really want to do a deep cleaning, you can separate this glass from, sorry, I'm not on camera. You can separate this glass from the bottom part here. There's another washer in there. And this inner chimney does come out. And you can clean in here as well. But for the purposes of today, it doesn't really need it. Okay, and there's another washer on the top of this as well. So you just want to make sure you don't lose those because you will definitely experience leaking problems if you do. All right, so we'll put that back in there. We're going to put this on here. So we've got somewhere for it to sit. I'm getting juice all over my hands, which is fine. And I haven't done this in a long time, so my camera is sort of it's on my monitor, which is more towards the back of my desk, which is why I may be going off camera a lot, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to try to keep it real here. Let's see, and try to change how I'm sitting. There we go. All right. Okay. So now you mentioned to me something about let me get rid of that. Doing a single coil, and I had a hard time picturing how you would do that in here, and I suspect that would definitely be part of your problem. This is definitely a dual coil setup, and so I'm cutting the wicks off, and then I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to yank them out here and here. All right. Always clean yourself. Hi, Mr. Christopher. No, I had Centaur and I were talking earlier, and he was telling me how I had recommended him the Zeus X, the rebuildable RTA, and he is just really struggling with it. So I was trying to figure out a way that we could re-wick it together, and this was kind of the best option I had, was just to come in here and re-wick it on cam here. And so and my dog needs to go for a walk. So I'm going to burn this off, and it's going to get, there's still some cotton actually inside one of the coils here. Just to burn it off, just to clean it. I really hope you do this more often. I miss the old days too. So my most recent problem is a device saying that the ohms are too low. Okay, so this tells me that possibly that's going to be your coils. That's most definitely going to be your coils. Okay, so we're looking at when you, like I said, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on here or not, but okay. Your coils cannot touch each other. And see, I'm getting a shadow here, so I don't even know if you can see this. Okay. So your coils can't touch each other. All right. So if they're touching each other, that's going to be a problem. If they're not screwed in tight enough, that's going to be a problem. If the coil itself is damaged, that's going to be a problem. Like, there's lots of things, kind of really ticky little things that can happen if it's saying the ohms are too low. You had told me earlier that I think you said you were aiming for like a 0.38. Was that right? Or what kind of, let's see, what kind of, I got juice on my hands. Ew, it's all like, I have, I've made about 30 or so coils the past 24 hours, and each one says the same thing after I burn off the coils. Okay. So are you making just straight up coils? Like, are they just straight up? There's nothing special about them, right? Like nothing, are they fused Claptons or staggered or staple or anything like that? Like, is it just a straight up coil? Because I'm thinking maybe, yeah, if they're saying the ohms are too low, let me burn this off some more. See, those are heating up nice and evenly. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I love me some Aries coils. And of course, I know you don't want, I have the Smock Mag P3 device using staggered fused Clapton. Whoa, wait a minute. I have a Smock Mag P3 device. Isn't that a mod? Hi, Zen Buddha. I didn't expect to get anybody to come in here today. I was doing this as a tutorial for Centaur, and that was it, actually. I'll have to change my camera up so you guys can see my face. I didn't expect to get any viewers. Okay, the mag one shaped like a gun handle. Okay. What ohm are you, like when you coiled it, what were you coiling it at? Like what kind of material were you using? How many wraps? You said you're using staggered fused Clapton wire. Okay, so like, okay, this is actually staggered fused Clapton as well. I believe, let's see, these are Aries coils, which, I mean, you can buy those from me as well, but they're kind of expensive, and if you're snapping them really quickly, you wouldn't want to risk damaging them. So we want to make sure you know what you're doing here. 5 coils stainless steel. Okay, so I know that these, let's see, mine are, I think, a mixture of Kanthal and, ooh, wow, I don't even remember what they are now. It's got Kanthal cores and it's wrapped with, whew, I cannot believe I don't remember this. Okay, I have to go to my own site. Oh, that's so wrong because I don't remember this. Let's see, coils. Yeah, okay, wait, no, that's stainless steel. Stainless steel standard. Where's the standard? Aries standard staggered. Kanthal and nichrome. That's the other thing that mine are using. So Kanthal and nichrome. All right. And you had mentioned once something about only using a single coil, which I really don't see how that would be doable. I mean, you should be able to use stainless steel coils on this Centaur, but I don't really see how it would be doable. But you got to make sure that that the coils are not touching the deck and that they're not touching each other. And let's see. Yes, I forgot the term for the device. Okay. All right. So once you manage to get your coils in and of course I don't know how to. It just kept burning up the cotton. So yeah, they're definitely not touching. All right. So you've got to, when you put new coils in, you've got to make sure that you sort of prime them and break them in while, while they're still sitting on the deck here. You obviously don't want to put cotton in there. Let's see, what else could it be? Let's see. Hi, Casey. Just Zoom Centaur, make it easier to diagnose the problem. I potentially could do that. Centaur, do you have a Zoom or a Teams or some sort of video streaming software? You just you pulse it. Like you just pulse the coils. Like when you first start heating them up, you're going to see that they're probably going to light from the ends, right? And you want the redness to meet in the middle so that once it's kind of heated all the way across and it's broken in, then they will start heating up in the middle. So if we can see this here, let's see, you can see these coils, they actually start heating up in the middle and go out. Okay, that's what's supposed to happen, but that won't happen when you first put the coils in. All right, it'll probably, I mean, it might, I don't know. There are some people out there who get it to happen. No, pulse. You got to pulse. That's what you're doing. You're burning up your coils. You got to pulse, 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 and keep pulsing until it gets to the point where they meet in the middle, and then try to, you can use your tweezers to scrape the tweezers along the coil like this. That sort of helps distribute the heat. These are ceramic tweezers. You might want to use those because the way your tweezers don't get hot. But you just want to stroke them like this, and it'll help distribute the heat evenly. And you just pulse it, pulse, pulse, pulse. All right, until you can get them primed and they're heating evenly across the coil. Once they heat evenly across the coil, they should start to heat up in the middle instead of on the ends or it shouldn't be patchy at all anywhere. Like I said, it should look like this. There you go. See, that's perfect. It should look just like that when it heats up. So let me know when you're ready for me to move on. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I want to move on, and then I will ask you just ask questions because I have like apparently like a 30 some odd second lag, which is insane, and I haven't done this in a hot minute, so I don't remember how to like fix like the tricks to fix it. It says my stream is in excellent condition, but it's got like a 30-second lag, so I just pulled it up to a second each time after about 10 pulses before it got cherry and red, and it says ohm too low. All right. I think you need, how many wraps are you doing on your coils? Like mine have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 wraps. You have 5 wraps. Huh. And how low do you know how, maybe it's your mod. Maybe your mod has a low, the low end on it is lower than that will take, because 5 shouldn't be that much lower. I've got 6 on mine and I'm at 0.28. Do you have another mod you could try it on? Yeah. So your mod might, like if your mod doesn't go below, I don't know, 0.3 or something like that, you don't, oh shit. Maybe put another wrap on it, because maybe you're building coils that are too low for the mod. Okay, so this is Muji cotton. It's very thick and fluffy. It's much thicker and fluffier than like that stuff that you can get off Amazon that in that with that green packaging. You can adjust it. Oh, okay. You can adjust it within the mod. See, that's way above my pay grade. So I look at how thick this cotton is on this side, and I sort of cut off like about a square, maybe a little bit more than a square as a strip going with the grain here. I guess maybe I should wait for Centaur to get back. I would adjust my camera and put it up to my face right now, but apparently my other camera doesn't work anymore, or maybe it's the USB port that doesn't work. I don't know. I can't get my other camera to show up here. So this is the only camera I got. So it's like hi, or it's like hi. Oh, look at that. I'm upside down and everything like that. Hi. Okay. Let's wait for Centaur to get back so that we can go over the wicking. Although this is gonna suck because I'm kind of jonesing. I need my vape. I need my vape. I don't even know where my juice is. Where is it? Okay. So what you guys been up to? What's been going on? I haven't seen you guys in forever. Talk to me, y'all. What flavor am I vaping? I am vaping my new product. It is called Nixamide. It is a nicotine substitute. It's a bio, I don't call it a substitute. It is a bio alternative to nicotine. It is a vitamin blend. It's made mostly with vitamin B3. I am still vaping on sparkling cranberry, as you can see right there, sparkling cranberry. And it is you have to choose it about 6 milligrams above what you would normally choose for your nicotine. But I'm telling you guys, man, this stuff works. I have been nicotine free now for over a month, about probably close to 6 weeks. I have not had any nicotine at all. Well, you know what? I take that back. I had some nicotine yesterday because I had run out and I had a lot of orders to fill, and I had not had time to get into the lab and make a new bottle for myself. And I had some of my, like this bottle that was like left over from God knows when. Um, and I filled my tank up with it. But here's the thing. I did not notice a difference. Like I didn't get a head rush. I didn't like feel the nicotine like I would have expected to feel some sort of like a zing have after not having nicotine for a month, and I didn't. It was like no difference. It was the same flavor, it was the same feeling, like it, and but I will say that it be do not try a 1-to-1 ratio because I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Okay, so when we first started, David and I first got this Nixamide, and we thought 1-to-1 ratio, right? I mean that 1-to-1 ratio. No, um, 1-to-1 ratio had us wanting to kill each other within hours. Okay, like seriously, within hours. I mean, he was being so just mean and nasty. And I thought, I mean, he's got a day job. I thought he was going to lose his job, like the way he was talking. I was like, you're going to get fired if you keep acting like this. And and I was on edge, and I was just like, are you having a nick fit? And he was like, oh my God, am I having a nick fit? And so then we doubled it, right? So he does 1.5, I do 3. So I doubled it to 6, and I doubled his to 3, right? And I was kind of okay at 6. Like 6 was okay. Like I still kind of felt a little edgy, but I was okay. I wasn't like in murder mode, right? He was all like, "No, I'm not having it." So then we tripled it, right? So I went to 9. He went to 4.5. And at 9, I was like, and what we were also doing too, because we wanted to make sure it was a true test. So instead of going to, like, we would vape a little bit of nicotine in between going bumping up, right? We wanted to make sure that it was like if our bodies were getting used to not having nicotine, we didn't want the Nixamide to give us sort of a false reading, okay? And um, so we would go back and forth. Now, when I went to 9, between the nicotine and the 9, I felt literally no difference. It was completely flat and even. And he was at, like I said, he was at 4.5 at that point. He's like, no, no, I need more, I need more. And so then we decided to quadruple it, right? I went to 12 and he went to 6. And 12 was too much for me. Like I was not okay with that. It made me a little bit queasy, and it was just not a pleasant experience. So I went back to 9, and he was still like, no, no, no. He's like, give me 12, and I'm like, no, 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 slow your roll. We need to just bump you up another 1.5 and see what happens. So I bumped him up to 7.5, and when he hit 7.5, he it was quite even for him. So then I talked to Shar, who's the woman who invented the Nixamide, and she said, "Oh yeah," she said, "Oh yeah," she says, +6 is about where people land. I'm like, why did you not tell me that? Why would you not tell me that to begin with? Like we had wasted like a whole week and a half experimenting with this to get to this point where we both landed at this +6 place, and it's been great. Like I haven't had a drop in nicotine. I did, like I said, I did have some yesterday, um, just because I ran out of juice. But yeah, I didn't feel any different. Like it was a completely seamless transition, going back on nicotine and then coming back onto the Nixamide. I felt no different, nothing. Like just absolutely nothing. It was awesome. I was surprised, to be honest with you, to find out that nicotine still has that much of a hold on me. Like I didn't think it did. Like I kind of thought that I would be, I don't know. I mean, I've been vaping for like what, 12 years now and or 13 years, 12 years. Spell what out for me? What did I say? I don't know. um, it's just, I don't know. I did not think that it was going to be that it had that much of a hold over me. Oh, Nixamide. Sorry. Yes. Nixamide. You can Google search it. There are a couple of places like here, this one place, Outlaw Dip. Let me get you this link here. I had it open. Talks about it really well. I think that they were I think that they explained it well. And then there is Nicotine River. Let me see here. Nicotine River. They are selling it, and they do some good explaining as well. Oh yes, I'm over 21. You can tell you're getting old whenever you have to punch your date in somewhere and you have to spin this thing like you're on the fucking Wheel of Fortune, man. I'm telling you. Or Price is Right. That's what I was thinking of. When you spin the wheel. Zoom. Okay, so Nixamide. Here we go. Here's another link that you can use. Peach is working, actually. Well, Peach is, actually, no, she got off work 45 minutes ago, but she does work a second job. I mean, I could possibly find her for once a month, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. All right. So Centaur, so you have new coils made. Can we move along? Because I'm starting to get a little Jonesy here. I need my vape. All right. So what I have done here, and have you been able to get the? I mean, I miss doing it too, but I don't miss the time that it takes, because there is a lot of prep work that goes into it, and especially, I mean, the prep work of casting and the prep work of content, and prep work of like, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it, and I certainly like the time. You got a pulse them sure? Okay, yeah. So let's get Centaur, because I'm starting to get Jonesy here. Centaur, you gotta let me finish this so I can vape. And I forgot to fill up my water bottle with water. So yeah, Centaur, you have lived all over the country. Weren't you out in like Arizona or someplace out west? And then I know you were in, even if you come to talk, you'd be happy. We're getting older people in the vaping community. I know. I know. I know, it's true. And I don't know how he does it weekly, to be honest with you. I mean, he is committed to doing it weekly for many, many years now. Well, probably at least 10 years he is committed to doing it weekly, and he does a great job. And I mean, it helps that he has a co-host that he can be guaranteed will be there. Because that has always been my problem, is that I would start a show with somebody and I would have a co-host and then they would end up not showing up, and then I would have a terrible time trying to find another co-host, and um or if I did, they would only come for saying, oh gosh, did you volunteer to be his co-host now? No, I'm talking about Munchkin. He is guaranteed to have a co-host. He's guaranteed to have Munchkin there every week. He knows where she lives. Saying ohm's too low again. All right. What was the name of your mod again? The Smock Mag P something? Can we like look this up? Let's see, wait. P3. All right, I'm going to look this up. Let's see, I'm actually looking it up on my phone. Smock Mag P3. You have a mini or the original? Mag P3 kit. Let's try this. Yes, I'm over 21. Classic Mag series. Da, 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 da. Okay, it says that it'll go the TFE 6. Oh, that's the TFE 16. Well, it says it includes a robust Mag P3 mod. and a remarkable 9mm TFE 16 tank pre-installed with a new TFE conical mesh 0.2 coil. So if the TFE 16 can go in the Mag P3 with a 0.2, then there's no reason for this. Oh, here we go. Let's see, what does this say? Of course I can't make it bigger. Who fucking can read that? All right, let's see. Standby current, power range, output voltage, input voltage, output voltage, firing speed, resistance range, 0.1 to 2.5. Okay, 0.1. It says it'll go down to 0.1, so it's not your mod. It's been under 0.2. Shit. Okay, so you did 6 reps and that was under 0.2. Okay. You know, CRISPR's is right. I might need to see what's going on there. No, I don't think it's the mod. I think it's your wire. If you said it's been under 0.2 every coil you make, and you're doing 5 wraps of fused Clapton, that shouldn't be that low. And it says the model, that specs right there I just pulled up, you won't be able to see it because it's written like tiny as fuck, but it says right here that the range is 0.1 to 2.5. So I don't know why your wire is ohming out so low. What's it made of? You said stainless, because stainless steel will go lower. I don't like using stainless steel because it just ohms out too low. Let's see, how big are your wraps? And you said you're doing 5, you did 6 wraps. I mean, I could say try to do 7. This will certainly accommodate it. If it's about this size, I mean, it will accommodate. I don't know if you can see this here, but it will accommodate 7, possibly 8 wraps. You could get in there without it getting too terribly crowded. 8 might be pushing it. I really want this to work for you. Because I recommended it. You know, I had you go and spend $30 on this thing, and I really want this to work for you. It says stainless steel 316 LVM wraps are at 2.5 circumference. I wonder what that 2.5 means. 25, that's not millimeters. 25 millimeters is like an inch. I don't know what that 2.5 circumference means. Maybe 2.5 millimeter coil, possibly. Because I don't see, what are mine? Where's my coil masters? This is my, what is this? This is the 2.5 millimeter. And yeah, that's not 3, that's 2.5 millimeter. So that's probably what that means. Okay, I know you're in tears and I'm so sorry. mean, we've got to get your mod working before we can wick you. Anybody else have any ideas? There's like 5 people here. Anybody else have any ideas of what could be causing this to ohm out? Did you check your screws? Make sure these are tight. If these are not tight, you'll get some fun. Although it tends to ohm out higher if these aren't tight. So that doesn't make sense either. All right, do you have, you said they're not touching. Are they going the right way? I've done that before. Do not feel bad if you put these on the wrong way. Okay, you've got to look here. There is one side of this, basically, yeah, you make sure that the coils are going, these are your juice wells, right here, here, and here. And you want the coils to go, I guess, perpendicular. If you install the coils going this way, it's not going to work. Because you got your, let's see, here's the insulated one. So here's the negative, and here's the positive. No, here's the positive, here's the negative. If you install the coils, 2 of them going in both of the negative and 2 going in both the positive, that definitely won't work. They're as tight as I can get them. Going to make a 7-coil wrap. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what's going on there. Did you install it? You got to make sure you install it positive to negative. If you do positive to positive, it's out. Yeah, it's 100% going to be like, nope. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't like the fact that they're stainless steel. It was working while I was posting them, and after doing so about until they were cherry red. I just said it was too low. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Crispers. But I said I feel bad. I mean, I'm the one who told him to get this, and I hate the fact that it's not working for him. Okay, so you said it was working while you were posting them, but after doing so, I'm thinking yeah, you don't want them to get too cherry red, okay? Because you will burn them out, and that may be what you're doing. And since they're staggered, they're fused, I think you said they're fused Claptons, you may be burning out the core and not necessarily the outer wrap, okay? And thank you. And so if you burn out the core and not the outer wrap, you don't even realize that you burned it. No, he's just, I mean, I'm taking that he's saying the ohm's too low. So I'm thinking that he's burning out the cores because he's letting them get too hot. And you do want it to pulse and you do want it to, you know, get red to begin with, but you don't want to keep it there. Like, okay, like when you saw me doing this, okay, and I'll let it get about right there and I let it go. Like once I see it's coming, I don't let it sit there. Oh, if it was 32 gauge wire, are they snapping internally the moment I see it red? I let it go. Yeah, don't let it get too cherry red because you will burn them up. I was literally getting the cherry red for the past 2 months and never had the ohms to be too low. Oh. Okay. Well, something's different. Yeah, he said it's too low. He said he put 7 wraps on it. wick this, dude. I need a vape. Okay. Okay. Can I go ahead and wick this? I need to vape. And I don't have another device handy or ready to go. Like that's terrible. I know. Most of us have like I don't know if I can fix this. I'm trying. All right, so as I was saying before, when I cut this off, I cut off about a square's worth, maybe a little bit long, rectangular, but you know, about as wide as it is thick. All right. You still use your trusty rouleau. Um, yeah, David loved his rouleau when he had it. Um, I don't know, the 3 battery thing, I never really got into the 3 battery thing. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm peeling off the very, very outside layer because it's more tightly woven and it's not as absorbent as and what do we call this stuff in here? The fluffy goodness inside. Yeah. Okay. So once we get that off, yeah, the rouleau was yeah, David had more than one rouleau actually, I think. He I don't know, he burns them up. he, he is so rough on his mods. It's terrible. He's using a guar now because it's got the 21700 batteries in it. All right, so you gotta really compress one end of your wick so that you can get it through. And I don't know if this might be a little too thick here. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna thin it out just a little bit. And when I say thin it out, I'm just sort of pulling a little bit of the cotton off here. I only want to thin it on this one end. I just need it to go through the coil here, or at least far enough like that so that I can get, I got these, y'all, I got these tweezers um, from the doctor's office. Look at it, they have little claws on the end. You see that? I love these tweezers. I was getting some stitches taken out and they used these and I was like, they said they were just going to throw them away. Like it was this and it was a pair of scissors that has this little, let me see if I can find them. I have this, it has a little claw on the end. This pair of scissors with a little claw on the end, so it's designed to get up underneath the stitch, right? Look at that. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to throw them away. I was like, can I have them? So they're like, yeah, sure. So I was like, oh yeah, here we go. All right, so once you get it through your coil here, you might want to do this. It just sort of helps to thin out you know, stretch out the cotton a little bit. And then you do it for the other side as well. Did I already take off? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I did, okay. Yeah, I think the inside of it, I know, like, yeah, I mean, I think you were just getting lucky with it before, Centaur. I do prime it, but I'll be honest with you too. I rarely change. I don't even know when the last time I changed these coils was. I mean, they're easily over a year old, easily. And that's why I don't understand people's fascination with the whole disposables and whatnot. I think the disposables is just a terrible uh, direction that our industry has taken. Um, because, you know, how is that better for the environment? Like, seriously, I don't get that. Okay, that's tight. Oh, that is too tight. I might have put, yeah, that was too tight. All right, we're going to peel like another thin layer of cotton off of that one because that was way too tight. Um, you know, it's like, but this whole, you know, we're supposed to be caring about the environment, right? So what are we doing? Now we're throwing out a whole ass battery every week with these disposables. I don't get it. And they're expensive. Yes, I know it. I mean, I will say these coils I have are actually specially made for me by Aries because I like them to ohm out a little bit higher. Um, and Aries did that for me because he's my friend. But they're staggered fused Claptons, but they are, I'm trying to remember what did he do different with them? He did something different with them, but basically it makes them ohm out a little high because I like a 0.27 ohm. All right. So once you got your wicks in and you're ready to cut off the excess, I like to go like just past the deck, like a little bit. Like some people go right, they use the deck as a guide and cut right there. I don't know. I like to go about a 1/4 inch or so out from the deck and cut off like that. Okay. And I actually think I cut this side a little too short, but that's okay. We'll just even it out. There we go. All right, so now we have cotton that goes out a little bit past the deck. All right, and now I'm going to take my angled, or any pointed tweezers work, and I'm just going to kind of go through and I'm going to thin this out a little bit. I mean, you can shove all this cotton into the juice well, and it won't kill you. But I don't know. I just feel, for me, it feels like the juice has an easier time traveling up the wick if I just kind of go through and comb it out. Not a lot. You don't want to make it too thin because if you make it too thin, it's going to leak. But you do have to comb out kind of all the sort of stragglers in there, and there's quite a bit of cotton that's just not really attached to anything in there. So I go through and I'll just comb out enough to make me feel like the juice can travel. All right. This could be a simple problem. I just remembered when I was rebuilding, I would sometimes over tighten the clamping screws, and when I primed, the wires snapped above the screw. Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe you should try loosening those screws a little bit. I don't have to worry about that because I have terrible gripping power. All right, and I don't have a lot of strength in my fingers, so I can't actually make things too tight. It's just not in my thing. It comes from being very loosely jointed, and I just don't have a lot of gripping power at all. Okay, I got arm strength, but I don't have any gripping power at all because my I have very loose fingers, these very, very loose joints, okay, like this is just blah, 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 blah. And I got no gripping power. All right, so now once you've combed out all your stragglers and you've got your wicks the way you like them, you want to take these, and there's a hole right here. Okay, there's a hole that basically goes down into this. The bottom well is up underneath here. I don't even know if you guys can see that. There's like a well that goes all the way around on the outside. Okay, this is blocked off. Once you put the chimney over top, is blocked off. Okay, so but what's not blocked off is this hole. This hole goes down into the well. So you want to shove your wicks down into that hole. No joking, David. I can't. I'm telling you, I can't do it. I just don't have the gripping power. It's just not possible. All right. When is the next GSFA auction? GSFA doesn't even exist anymore. Um, they have disbanded. They have rebranded themselves as GVA, which is the Georgia Vaping Association. And they're kind of hanging on by a thread, really. A lot of shops have gone out of business. A lot of shops they rebranded because the bylaws that were in place originally said that your store couldn't sell a lot of glassware. or I think they had a percentage. I'm not sure exactly what the bylaws were, but basically they were very strict about making sure that you were a vape shop, not a head shop, right? They didn't want members that sold, you know, basically pot stuff, right? And I get that, but it did limit, you know, who could be members. And there were a lot of places that were vape shops, but they also sold some glassware and whatnot that were denied being members. And as the FDA started coming down on everybody, and as the stores, a lot of these stores are having to close, it became very, very obvious that they were going to have to change their bylaws. And that's one of the reasons actually that David quit. Um, so once I've primed the juice, I mean, and you can pulse the button and make sure that the juice is sort of sucking up inside there. Just give it another. You just put it back together. So there are tabs right here. There's a tab here, and then there are notches inside here that you can line up to make sure that it goes. And there you go. So I'm ohming out at 0.28, just like I expected. I don't know if it, yeah, at one point Centaur said he did it with a single coil, and I'm not even sure exactly how you would do that. Like, I'm not sure how you'd have to use a fuck ton of cotton. You have to use a fuck ton of cotton in order to, you know, through one coil in order to make it work. I'm not even, and I guess it's possible if you sort of cross, like did it like the positive over here and the negative over here kind of thing. And it was a big coil and it had a lot of cotton in it to make sure you plugged up those holes. I don't know. I don't know. I guess you guys want to, let's see. All right, so let me vape here and make sure we're doing okay. Yeah, that was good.